Hippomaniacs have been solved.
And it does feel like it's very difficult for them to try to make like rotations and whatnot, because, you know, like they said, we are going to see aggression. We need to see Mambos make rotations, but we also need to see them shut down this Death Prophet, because if he leaves that tower alone, Death Prophet's just going to take it. But how do you, I guess, Beastmaster's pretty self-sufficient usually, so maybe Muff could make it over, but what do you think about that?
Their heroes aren't great at rotating. Undying and Shadow Shaman usually, for the most part, especially in the beginning, they want to stick in their lanes. You look at them, 285 movement speed hero, you know. Same thing with Undying, very slow heroes that don't really provide too much. Shadow Shaman, if you had boots, if you had like a decent start, you can make rotations, but he wants to be able to stay with Beastmaster bottom to at least try to slow down this PL, which maybe they can. It is a bit of a tough lane with the Witch Doctor there too.
Yeah, I'm
just looking at Ace, and it feels like such a damn good PL game. It's really only Puck that he has to worry about at all stages.
Yeah, and it almost feels like this Puck is also reliant on the supports doing well too. So it feels like a daisy chain of each person on the team has to have success within their lane, or else all the other lanes kind of crumble from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and I don't see, especially like I look at top, and this looks like a terrifying lane. Like, I don't know what Hippomaniacs can do. Earthshaker and Nature's Prophet. You pick Nature's Prophet into Undying to just destroy him and make him have no laning phase. And if Undying has no laning phase, the hero is extremely underwhelming. You rely just entirely on Tombstone in team fights, which that can be okay in some situations, unless you're playing versus PL, who just kills your Tombstone. So then your team fight's gonna be solved once you get to that point, and your lane is already solved. So, yeah, not gonna be easy for the Hippos today.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a lot of things could go wrong. Gilgear just kind of winding up on the back lines. Has managed to go and land over here, but Rasmus is getting chased down. He's going to need a little bit of help. Goes and forces out the Fairy Fire, so they'll back off. But Sadie take a lot of damage during all of that. In fact, they turn back around, but they'll let him walk away for now, it looks like. Gilgear still playing a little bit with him.
Not too bad. They have to try to go for those kills on the Nature's Prophet, otherwise the lane, they just will get unstabilized. As we see top Senny, he's got a lot of creeps on him.
He's stuck over here with the creeps just wailing on him. It's a slow death, and it's a painful one, because Gilgear gets himself first blood.
It's a triple range creep up here. Like, even Curry's gonna have trouble last hitting now, even just versus Gilgear, which means Rasmus just has a free lane back in the other position near his tower where he can just manipulate the creeps. And yeah, Gilgear's just gonna play under these creeps here, under the tower.
He's gotta feel very, very good about that.
And Earthshaker is one of the few that can deny very effectively versus Ricky, especially versus range creeps. Maybe he'll die here, hopefully for them.
He might get denied. In fact, yes, he does. Gilgear God gets the kill earlier, and now he denies himself from his own death to the enemy.
I say oh no, because I'm really hopeful for Hippos to get anything going for themselves in this early game, because if it starts to get bad by this 10-15 minute marks, I'm really concerned for their lineup just falling flat versus what they're up against, as they've been so countered.
What lane needs to go well? What lane still has a possibility? Like, obviously, you know, we talked about the mid, right? Talking about the mid, like making sure that Puck gets rotations, but he's stacked. He cannot move yet.
No, he can't. The bottom and the mid are going pretty decent. Even top's not going that bad. I see Curry still he's farming pretty decently, so that's all good. It's just when all this starts coming together, when all of the pressure starts coming and Ace is just free farming, it's what's the choice going to be for Hippomaniacs? Because this PL is just, he's not countered at all in the draft. It's only the Puck who can be that solution. So that's why we're so emphasized around that mid Mambos, who is starting to struggle a bit versus Stormstormer.
And Stormstormer playing very, very aggressive, of course, using those Spirit Siphons to really push his luck. Does have the bottle online as well, so I have a feeling we'll see supports probably rotate to make sure that Stormstormer gets that bottle refill at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, Gilgear's the one to go check that for sure. He's already got Tranquil Boots on the Earthshaker, so it's pretty simple for him to go check. He also has a smoke available.
He's having a great game so far.
He is. Every game that he gets, every time he gets to play his heroes, his Nyx, his Earthshaker, his Coddles, everything, he's very impactful, as he's going to stack, and they're going to check the rune. But double check by Hippomaniacs. They want to make sure that they're able to deny this rune or get it for themselves.
They even get the stack off too here. It was indeed top. Stormstormer gets himself a haste rune, so should be very happy with the bottle refill. And once he hits that 6, can go and start making some things happen around the map.
Not even Gaben giving Hippomaniacs any mercy in the start here for Mambos. As, yeah, he's going to continue to fall behind.
Not even 5 yet either. That's a big deal.
No. Yeah, he can't even match the push out of the wave. Stormstormer has gone to max the Spirit Siphon. He has 3 points in it rather than maxing the nuke. So at least there's that. But he's just going to deal with the constant pressure of these siphons then.
Well, it's so easy to just go and dodge those away, too, if you're a puck, right? So the fact that you've got the sustain going on with the Spirit Siphon is really nice. You do have a lot of melees. Bottom lane, though, they do manage to get the shackle off. Tofu turning around. He is going to go down to Muff, but Muff now trying to run away. He's not going to be able to, I don't think. Is he going to pop? No, he's able to make it back to the fountain in time.
Even buys a raindrop just in case to protect himself versus the maledict damage. Nice aggressive move. They actually caught Tofu. He used the cask, and instantly when he used cask, Muff just grabs the target with level 2 shackles. So nice play there. And Beastmaster's still doing pretty decent. Actually, a little bit better than I thought he'd be able to do down here.
I'm a little surprised that they went so aggressive, just coming out from the side of Hellbear Smashers to try to maybe get a kill, because it feels like Ace is just having a really nice time farming, although they'll put out the Maledict. They'll try to force Tepek back a bit.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you're just sitting in these idle lanes and you're not using your spells and you just get tempted, right? He used cask and that was literally it. He just used the cask and they took advantage. So have to be a little bit more careful, especially when PL is just, like you said, absolute free farming. Mid.
Mambo. He's actually going to have to TP home. I don't think he has... He's not going to make it. That was, of course, the first exorcism coming out from Stormstormer. They force out a TP rotation from Seti.
And the hero that needs to do well in this game to really slow down or shut down PL at all has now died. Pre-6, level 7 on Stormstormer, level 5 on Puck, and half of his tower dead.
I mean, Sunny does manage to go and snap up the illusion rune, so this is going to mean the Death Prophet won't get the bottle charges, but at the same time, now you force that support over to the mid lane. He's not protecting the Riki anymore, and the bottom lane, Tepek is just getting gone on as well. A lot of damage over here. They need maybe just a little bit more. I'm not sure those Maledict ticks are going to be quite enough. Tepek, last minute, manages to survive here.
He'll be all right.
But what about Muff? Because now Muff's all alone.
Yeah, the two supports having to move from those lanes. We're seeing that ricochet effect. Look at Rasmus top pressuring with the catapult. Same thing with Gilger. Bottom, they forced the Beastmaster back. All things really going pretty perfect for Hellbear Smashers.
And you can see that replay over in the mid lane. Puck trying, get the silence up, but we have the Spirit Siphon, and there it is. There's a Crypt Swarm. Just down goes Puck. Calculated, clearly.
Today. Up top, Gilger.
Gilgear. Oh, this is not looking good for the Earthshaker, although it does manage to get the enchant totem off. They go to use the dust. They turn it around, though. They still get the kill onto Gilgear. Can they make anything else happen here? It's looking pretty difficult. Curry's going to be able to just scamper away. And it looks like they sent the illusions up.
They need to get any type of kill that they can punish Gilger when he plays too far up. They actually got good up there. His Tofu again.
That's a good move. They used the whole kit of the Shadow Shaman to get that kill, but I'm sure you're still pretty happy about it. Level 5 now over on Tepek, getting closer and closer to that roar.
And he pretty much has the book 1 done, so he might actually be able to apply some decent pressure down here, as they don't really have the best ways to deal with the book 1. PL can, but it's a little difficult without a bunch of help, as they're going on Ace again. Very unlikely they can actually kill him, but they're going to force reaction.
Yeah, they can turn it around. The bounces with the boar here. Not going to find all of it, but Rasmus TPing to the bottom lane. Ace has to be a little bit careful. He's trying to get healed up with that Voodoo Restoration, because look at Muff, he wants this. But Tepek going down. Muff, he's out of mana now. The rest of the team is here, though. The Dream Coil's going to get used, and now Rasmus, he's leashed up along with the Witch Doctor. He will fall with a good rotation. Tepek getting the kill, and now Tofu left all alone here. He is going to be the sacrificial lamb, and he'll also fall, but mid-tower gets taken in the meanwhile. And you can also see that, you know, your Phantom Lancer does manage to get out. And this is nice. Gilger grabs himself up the Invis rune. He got the bottle handed over to him by Stormstormer, so he's going to be able to do some creeping around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like how quick they were to react, right? They saw it. I think they saw Rasmus hit level 6 on Nature's Prophet, and they just rotated so quick as soon as the Wrath came out, so they at least get themselves some decent trade kills. Sure, they lose their mid-tower, but hey, at least they get something out of the map with that response. And they do have the book 1 finish, so Tepek, he's trying to pressure bottom. Rasmus will be the one to just eat the brunt of the force as they look to make a play top on Curry with that Invis.
Yeah, and looks like they'll be able to go and throw out the fissure. They need to get a little bit more damage, and again, Stormstormer, he's got it. He's got 4 points in the Crypt Swarm, just mows everybody down here.
He's just moving from lane to lane. He feels so strong. The only thing he has to worry about is the roar and the coil. So he's just going to keep applying this pressure to give all the space in the world for Ace to just hit some jungle creeps. And we see, Rasmus, he's going to be the one to maybe die down bottom, as they're probably going to look for an aggressive play soon with this book 1. And they have to make this aggressive play. They can't just let Stormstormer take top tower and then also respond to bottom. And now that's going to be the case. Hippomaniacs a bit too slow with their movement.
It's the second tower that Stormstormer has taken all by himself.
He's got boots of travel done. He's going to be able to show up to all these fights now, too.
Radiant's middle tower
That's a bit concerning.
All right, well, they're going to
Rasmus,
initiate
though.
down here on Rasmus. He throws out the trees. He's got to run away here. Trickspray getting tossed out. The roar comes out as well. We'll slow down Gilgear. Tofu's taking a lot of damage. Down he goes. Fisher comes out, though, from Gilgear. He doesn't have his level 6 yet, though, as they'll go to get the shackles off, and they'll be able to take down this Earthshaker. Stormstormer now forced to run away. Doesn't have enough mana, doesn't have the Exorcism
Mambos.
just yet either, and they're really diving hard here. Mambo's searching. Is he going to find Stormstormer? He does manage to find him, manages to go throw out that Dream
Nice.
Coil, stuck in the Ricky over here, and then he's just going to be held in place, and down goes Stormstormer.
Dire's top tower is
I mean, beautiful. It really felt like Smashers kind of gave them that when they send 4 heroes bottom and just all die to the chase of the Undying. Most powerful time where Hippomaniacs can move is with these summons, right? The book,
Radiant's bottom
this
tower
Undying
is
zombies and everything coming in, and Mambos with a nice secure at the end there. And now they have Serpent Wards too, so they can look to continue to pressure and maybe go for another tower once they have Roar or Coil up.
Yeah,
Not too shabby.
feels good. It feels like the Hippos are making the moves that are necessary. I was a little worried for a moment just because they were kind of hard committing to chase after Stormstormer, but with Mambos being in position like that, definitely worth it.
Yeah, they're able to apply that pressure. Ace, of course, isn't going to show up to these fights. He's going to just look to finish his defusal, so they're actually able to outnumber pretty decently. And I'm seeing Curry being active. He's going for that Battle Fury build that we always see on the Ricky, but he's looking to set up for moves around the map. It's Tipic.
Yeah, I hear an exorcism going on. Looks like Tipic's gonna get chased down by Stormstormer. They use the Echo Slam. Curry looks like he's gonna be next to fall. Does buy himself a little bit more time. They still have the Spirit Siphon on him. They use yet another Dust. Gilgear looks like he is gonna get left behind. But while this is going on, you can see they're pushing in other lanes. Tofu was going for that D ward. He's like, I'm going down anyways, boys. I'm taking down a ward with me. He is hexed up. They go and they use
They dropped Serpent
those
Wards.
Serpent Wards for this. I'm a little surprised. I guess they're going to be able to get this kill over on the Death
ends up
Prophet.
working.
Rasmus also teleporting in. A little bit suspect here, just because they're going in one by one, Fogged, and it feels like they're going
really are.
down one by one as well. Yes, Rasmus falls. It's a double kill now for Mambos.
Moxie?
I can't tell if you're cutting out or if you're just in shock, because now Sandy is left
I
here
think I'm in
below.
shock.
Ace is here.
Then he gets out.
Yeah.
Stormstormer just charged into Serpent Wards that were used to kill a courier, and then just gets shackled and killed. He literally just walked into that gank.
Yep.
He saw it completely with the ward vision that he had too. He literally just walked right into them. That was a little weird.
That was very
Rasmus
strange.
TP'd in and died too.
That's
So,
not-
I mean, Hippomaniacs are actually doing a lot more than I thought they'd be able to. 13 kills somehow.
Yeah, but that's not a mistake I would expect to see out of a team like Hellbear Smashers either. Like, this is not a team that walks in one by one. That felt very strange.
No, they're giving up a lot more than they should be giving up on the map.
Yeah.
Hippomaniacs is, I mean, they're capitalizing on it though. They're making these moves with this Beastmaster, with this Undying, who this is their power peak. This is when they are very strong, before that PL does look to turn up to the midst of these fights. And Ace, he will look to turn up now with his defusal. He's queuing up that SNY, like Brian said. Doesn't have to go man to this game. Doesn't really provide anything. Sure, remove some silence, but Coil is the big threat. That's all he has to play around. So status resist, HP will be the best choice.
All right, well, now Diffusal Blade is online for the Phantom Lancer. They are smoked up still over on the side of Hippos, hoping maybe they can get a pick. But the way that the Smashers are playing, I like how Tofu is kind of very forward here in case of any sort of smoke ganks over onto Ace.
Yeah, I think Smashers can just play the farm game. I don't think they really have to force the issue much at all in this game when you're playing versus like these heroes that just don't address PL. You know, Ricky's the only hero that addresses PL, and I was mentioning how Curry's running around a lot. He's getting slowed down so much because of this. Dying bottom, he's 1, 2, and 6, only 60 last hits. Look at Ace, 123 last hits.
Yeah.
He's just effectively playing his own style, his own game, while his team makes space for him, which is definitely a concern for the Ricky.
Well, I mean, that was always the problem too, right? With the Ricky, is that if you start to fall behind at all, it's so hard to catch up.
Yeah.
But there's an Orchid completed now for Rasmus. This is very spooky for these supports.
Even for the puck, too. Mambos, he doesn't have a way to protect himself. That Orchid can just kill your mid-solo before he gets any spells up effectively if he's not careful.
Does have the Witchblade pretty fast, though, which is nice.
Yeah. He's going to be able to do good damage. He just has to be very cautious of his positioning versus that Nature's Prophet and versus these silence that will be coming out from Death Prophet.
Stormstormer They go and they do drop a sentry ward, so they see that Mombos is here, and they get the silence
Sorted.
off. Go, hold him into place, followed with the Wrath of Nature, even use the Witch Doctor ulti and the Exorcism, so down goes Mombos. Are they going to be able to grab anything else as they're chasing down Senny over here? It's a lot of ghosts chasing after him, and he needs to get away. He's not going to be able to. Curry already running for his life. Tipback here does have the roar if he wants to try to use it, but the rest of the team, they show up, they block him off, down he goes.
Uh-oh. And that, well, that's the Witchblade walking into a silence.
Yep.
Finished Orchid. Sentry was placed. They were very ready for this invasive play that Hippomaniacs was trying to set up. I like that they cover behind their tower too with the Sentry, because when you look at that draft, Hippomaniacs is about surrounding the tower with all these summons and with these Serpent Wards. Hellbear Smasher is perfectly prepared. And now Curry, he's also spotted by the two supports.
He is spotted, but Gilgear's here too. He's got the blink, he's got the fissure, and this is not looking good here for Curry because down he goes. You have a global presence with the draft coming out of Hellbear Smashers. You can't think that you can fight that, knowing that Rasmus has what he has.
Great plays from these two supports on Smashers. Just as soon as Gilger has his blink, they look to make themselves a play with just two supports, like you said, because they have that global threat. It makes it easy as now Senny, and things are starting to get out of control. They did get these 13 kills early, but now the PL Ace, he's ready to join.
Oh, Mombos, the fissure, the silence, the Nature's Prophet, the blink 4 from Gilgear, and Ace goes and throws out a Spirit Lance just to be there and help out, you know? Yeah, things are quickly starting to spiral out of control.
Yeah, and they just don't have a PL solution at all. Ricky's not going to get to the point of Battle Fury, and he's the only solution for the Phantom Lancer. The other heroes do not address this, as Ace has the freest game ever, it feels like now. His team just making great space for him. Arcane Rune on Stormstormer, so in the next 30 seconds they'll have another Exorcism at a faster frequency.
I mean, look at Ricky's net worth, Fogged. Like, he is just trading on and off here with Mombos, and it's just, it looks really bleak.
He's not a flash farmer.
No, he's definitely not.
He can't even like push. The fact that once he starts doing this, you see the way Smasher sees it. They're like, all right, Ricky's trying to catch up. They just send 3 heroes top. The ward is there to at least cover. They do have that ward on the top tower, so he can survive. But now he's pushed away. He can't farm. They're gonna have to swing a fight. Maybe they can.
They're going in for one. They'll find Tofu immediately. They'll use the Dream Coil though over on Tofu. Gilgear throwing out the fissure. And they might be able to get this kill, but he's got the Voodoo Restoration as they go. They find the kill on Mambo, so get their kill over onto Muff. So yes, you killed the support. Maybe you kill Gilgear too, if you're really, really lucky, but they turn it right back around again because we talked about this Rasmus. He can just be anywhere he needs to be, and he's got the Orchid. Gilgear goes down. Senny now is just gonna get surrounded by ghosts and trees and catmen. Oh my. Down he goes. They'll take down the Tombstone. This is not how you want that to go if you're a Hippo.
No, they've completely lost control of this game. Their draft versus what they're playing against versus Smashers, it has to play perfect. It can't make these almost like any mistakes versus a PL when you don't have solutions, and they've made a lot of them. And Smashers have capitalized, and hey, this one's out of control. 11,000 gold lead, 13,000 experience lead, with a team with a PL with like literally no counters at all in the game.
And I mean, it wasn't the most perfectly clean game, right? You know, we saw a couple of these little skirmishes where people were walking in one by one, and we're a bit surprised by it, but they definitely know what the long game is. They know, all right, well, you know, we had this fight, didn't go well, Ace is still farming, got to get this up on Rasmus. And they're going to go for another objective right here, just right into the Roche pit, and they're not afraid at all.
Yeah, I thought Smashers would actually be more ahead at this point because of these mistakes that they made as Curry's
going to pop.
Tofu.
Okay, all right, they're going to try to go for a fight, though. They realize that they're not there. Serpent Wards get dropped, and they do take down Stormstormer. Ace is looking not so great here. He's going to try to run away to Peck. He's getting just beaten away, and he just has no mana here at all. Gilgear standing nearby. Now he's teleport Rasmus in as well. He's TPing over. Going to try to take down this Tombstone. The blink forward here coming out from Gilgear. Will force them back. Fisher getting tossed as well. He needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage from the Serpent Wards, but they've effectively cleared out the pit now. And this is a very low rush.
Yeah, power of PL versus these two supports, the Undying and the Shadow Shaman. We see it perfectly in display right there. Just kills all the summons in no time. Even though they make that move bottom, they almost get punished. They lose Stormstormer, but they come back quick enough. Hippomaniacs can't actually commit into the pit.
I do have a Hawk up and running. They can keep tabs on it, but...
Smashers can still just reset, and they actually still have most of their ults available. Gilger still has his. They still have the Death Prophet ult too. They can walk right back into the pit. Coil up in about 15.
They might be able to make a play here. Like, they're smoked, but I think they're looking for a pickoff, and they know that they're going to be playing the air. In fact, Mambos, first one, jump forward, Echo Slam immediately. They'll just hold him into place, and down goes Mambos.
No hesitation.
Oh, over on the back lines here, Rasmus spotting out Muff. Isn't going to be able to quite grab him, but they're going to go right back into the pit, finish what they started, and easy peasy for the side of the Hellbear Smashers.
Easy peasy indeed. I like how Gilger doesn't hesitate. He puts the ward down, gets just a quick second of view for the puck, and just immediate Echo Slam, no hesitation, takes him out. And now with Aegis, 13,000 gold lead, they can go to push more. Curry, who did he actually lose the courier to? Creep?
Maybe, I guess.
Looks like it. A Creep killed his courier, but at least he got his Battle Fury beforehand. I thought he actually lost his Battle Fury. I was about to say, call GG.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It feels like it's, yes, he has it now, but it just feels too late. It feels way too late. He needed so many other things to go right, and oh no, in the top lane, Muff just gets spotted out here by Gilger. Gilger walks away. Hey, let's Ace finish him off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
now Curry, at least he has it, but yeah, it's way too late. He has to just play to hope for some, maybe even queue up a Rapier or something at this point. There's nothing really they can do to deal with anything. They can kill Stormstormer because he's gone for less defensive type of build. He has Plate Mail Yules, but if he gets caught by initial stun, he can die. But yeah, they can't deal with all this. That's Hellbear Smashers has. It's too many things they have to solve.
Exactly. It's too many pieces that have to fit together perfectly. In fact, they do have the illusion runes. They're going to send out one of the illusions, figuring that there's something going on over here. No one's been showing up on that map.
He threw a scan. The scan was successful too. Stormstormer playing careful.
Stormstormer moving up. Curry hiding in the tree lines. He realizes, man, I haven't seen a lot of the Hellbear Smashers in a bit. I'm going to teleport out, and Ace is going to go cut the wave, put the damage, and they should be able to take this tier 1.
And finish up a heart.
Yep.
They didn't have the damage to kill him before, or his illusions. Now how are you going to even have any chance?
You're going to pray that he disconnects. That's how you're going to pray that he's not a part of this game anymore.
Yeah, honestly, it really does feel like that. It's irrecoverable. They don't have the ways to take any fights at all. Mambos, he's gotten effectively completely shut down. You said he had his Witchblade at an okay time, but 2 to 3 Orchids, and he just got like no spells off in the fights.
And it was just so important that he has this like perfect game, but he didn't have anyone to help him either, it felt like, The Ricky just had to kind of sit back. He had to farm. He was already having a difficult lane. You try to send any of these supports over, which you're not able to do because you need to keep one of them, babysitting the Beastmaster in the bottom lane. And yes, they got a couple kills, but it's just not enough to secure this game. But that was the last pick, and everyone was saying, there's a lot of boxes that this last pick has to tick.
Yeah, Smashers, they set themselves up really nice. And Hippomaniacs, they did put themselves into this position with a couple of their picks. As Rax will start getting sieged. Hard PL just in the front lines. Level 8.
Oh, the Echo Slam over onto the back lines as they go, and they chase down Mambos. It's too much damage. Down he'll go. Muff also goes down. He does manage to go and throw out those warps, though. Gilgear also going down. They get the Witch Doctor ultimate off. But they just can't seem to move forward here on the side of Hippomaniacs. Tepeki's just being chased down by all these illusions. He's got nothing to really deal with them. A little bit of save here coming out from the Undying, but it's a slow death. They do manage to grab the correct PL over here, but Ace, he just doesn't seem to care. He's got a heart. He's a big boy, and he just has no cares in the world right now.
Yeah, Ace can 1v5. They could not effectively kill him even if he just went by himself at this point. As Curry, he's desperately trying to find the farm for the next item, not even looking to show up for the defense, and they're just going to lose the game. It was already lost quite some time ago, it did feel like, so probably thinking about the next one already.
No, I think that's smart, though, in some ways, right? Don't linger on the game that you lost. Think about the future. Not sure what Muff's doing over there. He's just trying to run away, I guess. Maybe courier snipe. I don't know. Not sure what he's doing there. But he is losing buildings. Maybe trying to sweep around.
I didn't see the exact bans and everything, but if you're gonna get these type of if you're gonna get the Undying, the Shadow Shot, you can't leave PL in the pool. This is just giving PL the game. As we see, the game's over and Ace just has full freedom. This was the freest PL game I've seen